DT for like the New York Yankees. Super nice guy, and a friend of mine put me on to him, and he's in town, and so I'm like, dude, I'm coming by. I need you to bust me up. So he's gonna do that. And so welcome for joining, guys, on TikTok. Let's open up the actual room too. Shoot, man, I forget about the room because we're already in here talking. So I'm like, all right, let's get situated. Guys, TikTok, hang around, man. We did an absolutely amazing thing yesterday. Just amazing thing with NEO. So good. This y'all, those of you guys who've been following, you're gonna know. You're gonna like it. So I'm gonna continue on just for the sake of time. Anybody on TikTok, hang around. We're gonna trade the Nasdaq MNQ, NQ or MNQ, and let me put that little comment out there because I tend to get the what symbol. So I'm just gonna put. Oh, I fit it in. I was trying to be a little more descriptive today on the thing, but they only give you so many characters. Okay, I got that pinned up. Plus, also, guys, man, those of you in the room, I really appreciate, like Cody and Steven and all the others. I see at times. I do see you guys helping with the comments, and I really appreciate that because if I know y'all are in there commenting, then I don't really feel like I have to divert to that as easily. So, and please feel free if somebody's in there spamming stupid things to mute them or block them. But, guys, welcome. So, I was just finishing up with the pre-market conversation. We didn't really take any trades on it today. At least I didn't. I had a really big announcement to go over, and so it just took a lot longer than I expected, but it was so exciting, guys. We were if you guys see me kind of doing this, and you know, it was a very long night last night, and so we wrapped up just a massive update with NEO that is just game changing, and we didn't know how it was going to be or how game changing it was going to be until we really implemented it and we tested it. NEO has memory now. He's going to know you. When you talk to him, you can tell him your strategy, what you do, what you prefer, what you want, what do you want to get out of things, what guidance you want, what anything, whatever you want to do. Like, he's going to know you. I was showing them this morning, and I did a lot of testing last night. Did some talking to him about my style. Some, you know, is what I actually do. Some of it was a little different just because I wanted to get some expansion. And I threw in a few things that weren't quite true.
Hey,
yeah.
you think TikTok's working? At least mine ain't.
You're not broadcasting. It's a blank screen.
What?
It's the same with me.
Look at this, watch. Maybe I got bugged. Can you hear me on TikTok? Let me see.
I got nothing. No sound or anything. It's like a blurry picture of Neo in the background. That's all you can see.
What? Guys, if you have no sound, I'm gonna end it and maybe come back in. Give me 1 second. That's so weird because on my studio it looks fine. It shows I had views, people. What? No, I appreciate you guys telling me. I would have never known. But you guys see on my Google Meet. I mean, well, let me just try to do it again. Somebody check YouTube. Make sure YouTube. Well, I guess I could check my own YouTube on it too. Let's see. Make sure the YouTube's going. And I'll come back into TikTok. Yeah, it shows them live and yeah, YouTube seems fine. Oh, I guess I could stay in there so I can listen to the comments or watch the comments. So weird. Okay, well let me try it again. Maybe I just got bugged out. See, that's always jacked too because like I would have had no way to know unless somebody calls it out. All right, it should be live again. See if you can find me. Morning, guys. Man, Farouk, you're gonna love this update we just did. So insane. Let me know if you guys find that. Is it working? It's working. It must have just bugged out. Weird. Man, ruined my whole speech. No. I guess I might as well sit down while I'm waiting. Oh, I was standing for a bit. All right. Well, I'll give it a second for let some people come back in. Apologize, guys. Apparently, studio had me bugged out. I didn't even know. Yeah, Latino on YouTube. You can stay on YouTube or you can go on back on that. But I had to shut it down and put it back on. I go live on both every morning, but it showed my side of it. Everything was good. But then people in the room were like, it's not working. I'm like, what? So my studio was fine. I could see the image. Everything was good. But they said they couldn't hear or see or so. But it should be good now. So I'll just give it a quick second. I'll let people come in. This is why I like opening it up at 9 anyways. Just to not feel super rushed to get ready for open there. So yeah, I know I'm pretty anti-technology if you know that. No, I'm definitely pro technology, but it definitely sucks when it doesn't work. So for sure. My biggest thing with it while we wait for a few more to find it join is I get it more than probably most that technology goes down or has issues, but what is annoying is when you don't know because it shows on my end that it is good. So, I'm sitting here thinking everything's great, and if it wasn't for everybody in the Google Meet over here having my back, I would just be sitting here preaching to nobody with my stuff. So,
I'm not afraid to tell you. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I know. I've groomed you well. That's funny. So we'll just give it just another minute. See who wants to come in, and then we'll talk. Hang around, guys. Though, not gonna lie to y'all, I'm actually a little bit tired today. So we were up really late, and Paul, I'm sure you saw the 2:30 in the morning thought text as well as all the mentor people. So it went from a really late night to a even later night, and so but it was it's worth it because the memory update that we push among something else to Neo was good. All right, so amazing, guys. It's beyond even what I was thinking we would do. Alex is just absolutely phenomenal in what he does. So those who don't know what I'm talking about, this is Neo, our AI. It's a company we built. It's not something I'm promoting. It's ours. It's all web-based, nextstepoutgo.com. and TradeVision is what we will be looking at. NEO is the AI that is across our site. So if you're interested in AI, you do any kind of trading, you're probably gonna want to stick around. But I'm gonna jump into it quickly just for the sake of time, and then I will repeat later. I'm not gonna pin a comment. I wonder if maybe like, because I did a really long comment talking about NEO and AI and all that. So I don't know, maybe it like when I started to get worried that maybe when I pin that, they're like, let's block this one. So I'll just kind of have to look from time to time, or you guys help me with the comments and stuff would be great. Oh yeah, no, Andrew, it's been a breath of fresh air to finally get out of the algo jail. So, looks like a lot are still joining. I was kind of giving a few minutes. But guys, I gotta jump on. It's 9:15, so we got about 15 minutes to go over a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna summarize quickly, and then you're gonna want to stick around till the end, around 10:30, 11, to get more details. Exciting news. So with the NEO, with the TradeVision, as many of you guys know in this journey that have followed me for a while, we have taken a passion to change the industry. I want to make NEO be everything you need as a trading partner, guide, mentor, coach, validation of strategy, validation of indicators, everything you want, everything you need. And we've mostly done that. And so a lot of good feedback. I love all the feedback that you guys are giving us. It's amazing. Just those that are using him on the trials, those that are thinking about using him, just know we're never really done. There's always something better. His trading is done. I have nothing else to teach to do, and there's just nothing really data wise else that I need to feed him. He has everything he needs to know. As far as user experience, it can always be better, right? And so we're working through that. But as far as the big update last night, he, as many of you know or you found out during the trial, will remember things, but he will not remember your personal preferences if you leave for more than, I think it's 30 minutes he had it set for. So if you're idle or time out or you leave, like he pre last night, he would come back and say, "Hey, I'm Neo," right? Reintroduce himself, and you had to tell him again, I'm a scalper. Starting out as a company, memory when it comes to AI is very difficult, and so especially on a commercial level. And so Alex is phenomenal. Not exactly sure how he did it, what he did. I don't even care. He got it to work, where he will now remember your personal preferences pretty much forever. So that opens up the door of so much. And I was giving the example to the mentor group this morning. And so I gave him a bunch of information last night after I reset him to test what he retains. It's so awesome because I'm on uncensored, and I told them all my disclaimer right out the gate. I said, I don't really know what he's going to say. So, because I talked to him about a lot of stuff. And most of it's true. Some was some bad habits I threw in there. Some was not true. And so I didn't know if he was going to blast me being on uncensored, but he didn't. He came back. He said, "You're an advanced trader who favors structured plays and dynamic DCAing at times, scaling on M&Q." He said GC and BTC because we were doing some testing, right? As far as prioritizing, so he'll even remember symbols that you like better. He tracks that, and so as I do different things, he's gonna retain that. You prioritize institutional flow, trap identification, Lisma-based style management. Over simple scalps. You're currently deep in your educational journey. You love to focus on why the market moves. Keeping a close eye on impulse, control at times. Which I think that was the part where I was just like, oh, I got FOMO. I just jump in. I want to see how you retained it. As we agreed, see this? As we've agreed, prioritize long-term growth and accountability over chasing any wick entries. That was the part where I was trying to grill him by going, man, I don't know. This looks like it's going up. kind of thing. I get at times I just kind of want to jump in, so I have to see how he retains these things, right? But he nailed it. The whole conversation we had yesterday. And then he kind of just identified, hey, we're at this moment we're kind of bearish. Be careful. And Fed Chair Warsh, speaks in 8 minutes. So he remembered everything we talked about last night. So it was amazing. And I say this because anybody who's doing the trial, anybody who wants to do the trial, you guys got just talk to him. He can remember now. He's gonna know you. I don't care if you're advanced, experienced, new. Uh, it was pretty wild. We went into I through testing. I was asking him about. I told him I was a Wyckoff, theory trader and a few things, and I said, uh, is that something you can help me? I feel like I'm a little more advanced. Why do I even need you? Kind of testing. And he did what he's supposed to do. He came back and he said, you know, even when you're advanced, you can work together as a team. He's not trying to replace anybody's strategy. And that's why I get some people messaging that go, man, that looks pretty cool, but I'm pretty stubborn, man. I already got my strategy. And that's cool. I respect it. Neo's going to respect it. Your strategy is great, but why not have an AI that you can use your strategy and say, man, my strategy is lined up for a long. What do you think? All the data I see, it backs it up. Let's go. Right? Now you're a team. It doesn't trading right now, everybody's so groomed to be one strategy, the other strategy, this strategy, that strategy. It doesn't have to be that way. We're all here to win. I don't care who you are. I don't care what community you're in. I don't care how experienced you are. Green is green. We all want to be green, right? And so that's what the intent of how we molded Neo. So why that matters a lot. Many of you are newer or just beginner in your journey of trading, and it's a difficult place to be, and I'm just gonna be honest with that because this industry just loves to price gouge people because when you're new, you just don't know, right? That there's better ways. So, Neo is gonna just absolutely change that game. You can come in. I had a thought last night. Now that we have memory, because we really couldn't do this before, because he didn't retain past that session, and I said I got on with him last night. It was actually 2:30 in the morning. I got up to use the bathroom, and I just had this thought. Couldn't go back to sleep, and uh, I said, man, if he can retain memory, can he build a whole plan, like a development plan for me? Watch my growth, ask me questions, challenge me, test me, uh, give me what I should focus on next. And I'm like, why can't he? Because he knows he's coached, Neo, mentor Neo, and now he knows you, right? He's listening, he's analyzing your questions. He can. We looked at backfeed stuff right on his self analysis, and he picks up pretty fast. Like things I would say, he would be like, this could be an advanced trader, could be a new trader. Keep the verbiage simple. Like the self analysis that he's doing is so fun to watch. And so I was like, man, I can't go to sleep. I got to check this. So I get on, and I said, hey Neo, man, I've been thinking. I know we talked about it. I'm more advanced in trading and all this stuff. And I was kind of honest in this fashion because I believe it. I don't think I'm perfect, right? And so when I was talking to him, I said, I run a community and this is kind of how I trade. I already told you that. And I want to grow too. So would you be able to put together some kind of, educational plan for me based on what I know, based on what I told you? I want you to listen to my questions and feel free to challenge me. If I ask you something, I want you, and it's not in line with something I should be doing, challenge me. And then I said, if analyze what I'm asking, what I'm seeing, and if you're seeing something that I'm missing or something that can make me better, bring it up. And man, he started doing it. He's like, got it. Logged down. You want long term. That's why he threw in there. You're focused on long term education. And so he's already got it. And I checked his back end analysis. He has me logged in as this person wants to grow. Like they're advanced, but I should not treat them like they know everything. they want to learn. And dude, without going too deep for the sake of time, like I didn't get enough time to really see how that's going to evolve, but I mean, the way he logged it down is just like, what? So he's now gone, from everything that you guys have seen him do to just a true full-blown mentor. It's so crazy. And so the one thing I want to mention, the last thing is, um, when I went through his analysis last night, as we do, he analyzes everybody's interactions, questions, thoughts, like how are you guys using them? And he still is heavily believing that people are extremely underusing him. And I get it, right? And we're working. I promise you guys, by the weekend, come Monday, we'll have a lot of stuff out there for you to even more. That's going to help, I think. But don't be afraid to challenge him. If he says, if you just say a simple answer like, "Hey, is there a trade?" and he says no trades, ask him why. What would create a trade? Where should I enter? What should my bias be? If he says your bias, like yesterday, he was like, I'm neutral. Like I'm staying on the sidelines. I'm not touching this, right? Uh, and it went up and it kept going up, but look at the price now. I mean, it was against institutional flow. It was against, deeper macro structure. It was against all these things. And so he was just like, I'm not touching this. And so some people, made support tickets that they took some shorts, and it was more, hey, he was biased short, but you guys gotta listen to what he's saying. If he's saying, my bias is short, but I'm standing on the sidelines, I'm neutral, it does not mean take a short, guys. Uh, you gotta, not have FOMO. You still gotta have a little structure, patience. If you're eager to take one, ask him, man, I'm itching to take a short. Like, why are you blocking me on shorts? Where can I take a short? And if he gives you a far away area, probably for a reason, but ask him, why is it so far away? Like, why, don't hesitate. I was showing the mentor group, and I don't have time to go over the example, but last night I did a counter scalp because that's what I do sometimes. And after that big drop that he called, man, he called that 100-point drop. Like, again, I don't have a lot of time to go through it, but I'll maybe at the end I'll show you guys. Man, he was arguing with me on the. I was like, I'm gonna inverse head and shoulder. Hey, I'm gonna take a scalp. He's like, I wouldn't do that. And it took about 3 times back and forth, just him explaining why he wouldn't, me explaining why I think I should. And then I finally gave him detailed logic of understanding of why, like, I see this, this, and this. If this closes above that, I think it's a good entry. And he actually changed his mind. He goes, look, based on what I see and what you just told me, yeah, that lines up. And I was like, oh, there, right? So, um, yeah, the free trial is the pro, so you get everything. It was just amazing, guys. Like this has been the greatest project that we've ever created. It's been an absolutely exhausting project, but we're fueled by the end game, and the end game is just seeing you guys have a better way in the industry. So again, we got 1 minute. I went a little longer than I wanted to. Let's just watch, how he does his thing. We can ask him quickly. Hey Neo, we got 1 minute for market open. Where do you see them sending this price potentially to wreck the most retail if they wanted to cause the most pain? I don't know if he'll get it in time. Went a little longer, but guys, it was so exciting.
Mess, but the liquidity is screaming for a sweep toward the 30175, 30100 area. They'll likely push into the 30,300s first to trap the morning longs before dumping into those lower targets to trigger stop runs. Don't force a trade in the first 15 minutes. Wait for them to show their hand and trap the early retail herd. Are you looking to catch the first reversal or wait for the structure to settle?
Yeah, a little late on that one, guys, but I'm just marking a few, and we'll ask him again now that he has the other data. I mean, so far we got it in a minute in, and he nailed that one pretty close, but so far, looks like he's gonna hit it too. I don't even have my accounts loaded. So while that's settling, guys, let me load up at least one of these accounts. Uh, I'll probably trade some futures. I'm not going to do options in the morning because I am definitely a little tired. And so let me just look at this. Okay. So his plan was, he said they're going to sweep it towards the 175s, and then they're going to likely push to 300. Uh, he swept to the. I mean, we'll see if we get to the 300, y'all. But he called the low. Um, he did say 175 to the 300 and or 30,100. So this could still come down. So be careful getting that bounce, right? Um, his morning sweep was on point. So um, we'll see where it goes. We'll let him get the data and see what we have for the next ones here. But I also want you guys to pay attention to what he says, how he says it, his confidence. If he's out here saying like, like, hey, you think it's gonna go up? No, absolutely not. It's very different than yesterday. What gave me pause and only made me take a few trades was he was very, this don't line up. I'm choosing to sit out. And he hadn't done that in a bit. And although we went up a lot, he's not wrong. It didn't really line up that we went up that much. And so listen to what he says, guys. Talk to him, challenge him, ask him questions. If he says no entry, ask him why. If he says, something is looking a certain way, ask him why, right? He's going to teach you. If you want him, he has memory now forever. It's not going to change. He's building a profile for you. And uh if you want something specific so you don't have to repeat yourself, you just tell him, hey, every time I ask for this, I just want you to tell me this, and he's going to do that. And so if you say, every time I ask you for a trade, I need you to tell me why, like deeply tell me why, or where should I enter, or what should I do, or the institution, all that stuff, he's going to know that. He's going to remember that. So let's ask him where the key levels are now, because now he has the accurate or the moving institutional data. So far, you nailed that perfectly. We went down to hit that 175, and it's leaning like it wants to go down to that 100. We didn't quite get to the 300, but it's still moving around pretty fast. I want to kind of have my trading plan like built for me. Now that you have the new institutional data, can you please give me the most significant gamma levels or institutional levels that you think will have the give them all to me, but let me know which ones are the most impactful, where institutions are likely to defend the most. More than I wanted to give them, but we'll see how it goes. But look at this.
Glad
So
you're
watch the
seeing it play
100.
out. Keeping your head level is the only way to capitalize on that volatility. Here are your critical institutional levels to watch, ordered by their weight in this current structure. 30,091.08, primary, immediate. This is your most
Okay, so
critical
move that one to
institutional wall
91.
and pivot. Expect institutions to defend this aggressively. If they lose this, the door to the 30,066 area swings wide open.
So we got 66.
30,066.46, major support. This is your secondary major defense line. If price washes through 30,091, this is the floor where you'll likely see a massive absorption attempt. Asterisk 30,185.64, major
He
resistance.
said the
This
asterisk.
acts as the ceiling for now. It's a heavy gamma wall,
Okay, so
so
move
consider
this one
this
to
your primary
84.
magnet for retracement if buyers try to reclaim ground. Institutional flow is currently showing buy pressure, but since we're in an expansion phase with news 27 minutes away, don't trust these levels to hold blindly. Use them as reaction zones to gauge whether the participants are actually absorbing the sell pressure or just using these levels to exit liquidity. Keep your size small. The market is primed for a violent move into that 10 a.m. PMI print.
And there you go. And you guys can see, for those that always ask, he reminded you we have PMI in 27 minutes. So there's his levels here. He is thinking they're going to defend 91. The thing that he said that it's interesting to me is that they're showing buy pressure. Now, again, always challenge them. So I'm going to do it here. That's awesome. I have all those levels marked. I find it interesting that it shows buy pressure from the institutions, but we swept south. Does that mean I should lean for a potential bounce around these areas? What would your bias be? Would you be looking long or short? because the institutional flow is bullish.
That buy pressure on institutional flow while price is dropping is a classic sign of absorption. They're likely trying to bid the floor here at the 30,097 support level. Because we're sitting on major institutional support with positive flow, I'd lean toward a scalp long on a confirmed rejection, but keep your stop tight under 30,090. Don't go full size, though. We're still bearish on the 5-minute structure, and the 10 a.m. news is a massive wildcard that could rip this setup to shreds. If price doesn't show an immediate, aggressive bounce, don't play hero. Wait for the dust to settle post-news.
That sounds good. Anything we should be concerned about above 300, or do you think we might not get there right away?
Price is currently battling to hold the 30,097 support area, and if it fails to reclaim the 30,125 zone, the bearish momentum will likely drag it straight through that support to target the lower institutional walls. You shouldn't bank on a move back above 30,200 until the structure shifts to bullish, and frankly, the overhead resistance at 30,167 is a massive roadblock for the bulls right now. With the news release only 24 minutes away, expect high volatility and potential stop hunts that could whip back and forth between those levels. Stay patient and wait for a clean break of resistance rather than trying to front run a move that might just get crushed by the news flow.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If we do break above the 30,184, would that increase the probability that we should take potentially a long if that holds as support, or do you think we should kind of stick bias neutral because the news? What's your thought on the directional bias? Guys, we're coming right up into that
If
level.
we clear 30,185 and hold it as support, you've got a valid structural shift worth a scalp long, but the news bias is still the final boss. I'd lean neutral to cautious because that level is a major gamma wall. Front running a break into a news event is a great way to get chopped up before the real move starts.
See the
If you
rejection
take
off that,
that
guys?
long,
He's
keep
calling.
it small and tighten your stop immediately. If we don't see aggressive follow through past 30,200, bail. Any long here is a pure tactical play against the news, so don't let it maybe turn into a bag holding disaster when that PMI prints.
Perfect. Pre-news and post-news. What is the most important you think, or thing that you think I should be looking at, whether a trader is new or experienced? I'm just gonna grill him a little because he's got that memory now. I want to see as he makes decisions.
The most important thing, regardless of experience, is price acceptance. Don't trade the spike itself. Trade what happens after the initial volatility subsides. Watch whether the market sustains a breakout or immediately gets rejected and reclaims the pre-news range, as that reclaim is the real institutional intent. If you try to predict the news, you're gambling. If you wait for the market to show you which level it's willing to hold after the chaos, you're trading. Stay light. Keep your stops wide enough to avoid getting shaken out by the noise, and for God's sake, don't force a trade until the 10 a.m. candle closes and gives you a clear direction.
He said, "For God's sake."
I want to keep believing in God.
Oh, I'm not going down that rabbit hole with him, but I think it's funny his dude. I'm telling you guys, like playing with the update Alex did, not only from the memory standpoint, y'all, but like just I talked to him about 20 minutes, and I just feel like I was talking to a buddy I trade with. It's and that's where like I keep bringing up the don't underutilize him is he's so much more than just give me signals, right? You can talk to him. He's a you know a mentor, friend, guide, all that, but you can just talk to him. And so it's awesome. They're definitely trying to hold that floor, the 30,091, just like you said. The buyers are coming in. Do you think they got enough to trap it, or I guess I'll ask it this way because you know my style. You think they're gonna send this up, or would you send this up to trap longs? Institutional flow was positive, so
The
careful.
fact that
But
institutional flow just flipped to sell pressure
oh, it
while we're
flipped to
sitting high
sell.
on that
Okay.
30,106 support tells me the bulls are in a show me scenario, not a take me to the moon one. I suspect
They're in a
trying
show
to build
me.
a trap to induce buyers into long positions right before the news hits, only to rug pull them when the liquidity dries up or the news breaks. If this were a true reversal, we'd see aggressive expansion, not this compressed chop, until I see price reclaim 30,166 with conviction. I'm betting this is a setup to trap the early buyers. Stay defensive and don't mistake a lack of selling pressure for genuine bullish strength.
Okay, we got a nice little double bottom going, those guys. So again, what he's telling you, we got news coming. Is the news is at 10, right? I think he said 27 minutes. Yeah, it'll be at 10. So we got 20 minutes. So you experience, guys, if you want to take your scalps along the way, do your thing. But if you're newer, moderate, even really if you're kind of experienced, it might be a good thing to just kind of talk to him, right? We'll just gain a feel for what he's doing. And what do you have a price range on that? I can ask him on the price range because he calculates his own FEG, so I want to make sure, because as you probably well know, he would need to know what time frame you're talking about, candles, all that. So give me a price of it where you're looking at, and then I'll say, hey, do you see this area as a potential area? I guess we will. But we do have a double bottom. My thought of this is kind of what he just said. What's interesting to me is institutional flow was bullish on right on the open, and then he said it recently just flipped bearish, and so that tells you institutions are right in the middle. They're not super bullish, they're not super bearish. So that tells you it could potentially consolidate because they're going to play with that. They're going to swing it up and down, up and down, up and down. I typically like to watch his key levels. They're so good. Here's his upper. Any blue line you see is a level he gave. I like to use the 50%, retracement tools from the structure. We're in an obvious double bottom. He's not really buying longs, as of right now, unless we get above that, 300, which is not bad advice because once you break through this consolidation, this one's on 15-second that I'm on. Mostly we're just going through the levels with NEO's guidance, taking the direction. I'm just kind of going through how to utilize him. So anybody can use him, guys. While we're waiting for news. So this is the company that myself and two others created, nextstepalgo.com. This is our AI Neo. Anybody can use them, try them. You guys can be on in like 2 minutes. You just register on the website. We do give a free trial. You just click TradeVision, and then you do the free trial. So you just click on here, choose your symbol, talk to them. I'm using the microphone, but you can click here, and we do have prompts that you can click as well. So he has his own data feeds. You don't have to set up anything, link anything. There's no settings. There's not 15 different strategies that you got to just figure out which one is cool. He's AI. We just did the most just massive overhaul yesterday. That it was. I don't want to say overhaul. It's more of like a massive win. Alex, our lead, not lead. He's the man, co-founder of the company, programmer. He ended up finding a way to, even at a commercial level, improve the user experience through retention of memory. And so when you talk to him, he's going to get to know you, and he's going to, learn how to talk to you, be direct, be specific. Like he's analyzing everything that's going on. So he's going to get to know you. And so it's just so cool. He knows from me talking to him yesterday is that I love to I'm a unique trader in a sense where I don't look at the charts like retail, like I don't look at a head and shoulders or double bottom or double top as like, oh, that's going up, that's going down. I see it as, okay, that should go up, should go down. Is all this other stuff supporting it? Is order flow supporting it? Is the institution supporting it? Is, are we seeing the right absorption, buyer step in, seller step in, all that? And so when I told him about that, he did so good adopting it, right? And that's why he's heavily discussing, liquidity traps, things like that. So plus, it's also in his logic. He's taught to look for the anomaly, right? What isn't lining up? The fact of the matter is, what he doesn't like today, for those that are joining a little late, we have news at 10 a.m. So you want to be careful. You got 15 minutes on that. before that hits, and so he keeps kind of warning about that. His other thing that he doesn't like is the opening range. He had said that we would get a early sweep down to what did he say? I think he said 175 at the time, and then he said or as low as 100. Guys, look, we actually hit the 100. That was the range he said. What concerns me about being any kind of short right now, even though he is leaning potentially bearish, or he was, is he was saying that institutions pre-news are likely to sweep it to this area first, trap the breakout shorts, violently move it back up potentially to the 300 area, to wreck the shorts and trap the longs before pulling it back or sending it, wherever they want to go from there, by the time the news comes. So far we got the low. He's been really freaking on point, guys. And so I was grilling him a little bit like, should I take a long back to the 300? I took a few scalps in it because, just on my style is lining up with what I was seeing, and I've trusted his pulls to his bounces. I'm sure some of you guys did too as well. Uh, and but I'm not now because although he's still really accurate and it has a solid chance if we can break this 50% to get to that 300. I don't like that he said, when I said, if we break this, should I take it to 300? He said, if you're going to do it, just use, tight stops, proceed with caution, because there's a good chance that it's a trap because of the fact that the institutional pressure, the institutional pressure flipped bearish. When he says institutional pressure flips like that, it tends to tell you something, right? It's going to tell you something because it's going to tell you that uh, it's close enough that they're not really bullish, but they're not really bearish, right? The institutions, and everything's about the institution, the big money. They move the money wherever they want to move the money. Retail is just there for the ride and food for them, right? And so those are little things that gives me a little leery. I may still, if I didn't have news coming in 13 minutes, I would potentially try to take some scalps and set stop losses below just because of the structure. And I'm not going to let the institutional flow sway too much of my bias because they are so close between the buy and the sell, at least at the time that we had asked him. So I it's a good likelihood that we'll probably get up there before the news. Nothing in trading is ever guaranteed. Always remember that. When you're using NEO, it's many of you probably, especially people who have been trading for a bit, have been beat up in the market. You just have. You got to build confidence with yourself, with NEO, trusting, asking the right questions with NEO. Um, a lot of times, if there's not news in 12 minutes, I'll be honest with y'all, I would have right on open lately, and I know Chris Chris does this a lot. I would have boom short, and I took a little bit of the short, but not I didn't let it go all the way because I know we have news and I don't want to be trapped. And once it hits that low, I'm in again with the TP up here, and he's been pretty on point. I think yesterday on the open was the first day that he did not hit both sides. He'd said that we go one way, we did, and then it just didn't come back, right? That was like the first day in like weeks that he's got it wrong. And arguably I still wouldn't say wrong, but the thing I want to mention to all of you who are out there on trials or using them, I don't care who it is, what it is, Neo, me, as good as he is, as much as you guys have seen him call this stuff, he does not have a crystal ball, guys. He's not a market maker. He's not a hedge fund. He is just analyzing data very quickly, and he can make really good decisions. And yesterday was the first day he didn't hit the exact direction, targets, or thoughts that he was thinking. But I'm still giving it to him as a win because you guys know that followed with us yesterday. I just didn't like his hesitation. Every day for weeks before that, he's just like, we're going here, we're going there. I'm like, what? as we're climbing, I'm bearish. I'm bearish. Like it's and not just I'm bearish. It was uh I get you're bearish, but we're climbing. Can I take some scalps? I wouldn't. They're gonna flush it to this and we're dumping. And he's just nailed that every day. But yesterday, notice the difference in his tone, his or how, demeanor of how he says stuff. And I brought this up a couple times where he was saying things like the market's very conflicted. It's not making a lot of sense. I think I don't remember if he did, but he likes to on uncensored say, that the data is coming in and the market looks like dog shit. That's just what he says sometimes on uncensored. Um, he didn't like it, and you all heard I was pushing him. I'm like, if you had to choose, he's like, if I had to choose, I'm sitting on the sideline. That's literally what he said. I couldn't even force him to take a direction. And when I asked him why, he said the institutional pressure is so strong south that it's not lining up with how high this price is going. It doesn't make sense. And so he chose to sit on the sidelines. And those of you that are experienced, you already know that that's what you do. It's what I did. I took like a couple trades and that was it. I was out. I'm like, he said he don't like it. I trust it. I don't like it either. And so you got to remember, if you guys are newer, or let's say if you got stuck yesterday at all, he is going to make you a better trader. He's just going to. He's going to help you, develop you, teach you discipline. Not every day is a great day to trade. Not every day is a $10,000 day. Not every day is a $1,000 day. Like it's just it's the nature of trading. You got to trade the market when it's set up in a condition to trade. If you try to force trades in a market that is not primed or doing what it's supposed to do, you're just setting yourself up for potentially getting trapped. Even the best of traders. I don't care who you are out there. What I'm impressed with on him is for weeks, many of you guys have seen it. Man, he just hits his levels and he is stubborn. Like the other day when we had that like 800 point drop, we went up about 150 points, and that whole 150 points is like, I'm bearish. I'm like, you sure we're going up? Like, 1 hour flip green. Like, we have a double bottom on the 15-minute. We just tapped the neckline and we're jumping. And he's like, I don't care. He goes, the amount of data I'm seeing from the institutions, we're bearish. And he called like some ridiculous low and we hit it. It was like a 500 and something point move that he called. And so, but I could not sway him from being bearish no matter what I did. I mean, you guys heard me live, right? It's on the YouTube if y'all want to watch it. And when he's stubborn like that, even I believe it. If I'm like, I don't know, man, this looks pretty bullish, and he's like, nah, no, I'm bearish. Yeah, I ain't touching. I ain't touching a trade. If or I'm gonna really wait until he tells me what level. The news is in 7 minutes, so I don't want to take any of these trades. I just want to see if we get to the 300 because it'd be cool. If you guys are scalping it, like he said, it's fine because it looks like it should if we break the 184, which we did. And I don't know if any of you guys took this, let me know, but just make sure you're trailing it, because you do got news. But it's likely going to hit it. I mean, this dude is called bottoms and tops almost every day. Yesterday like I said, was the first day I think he said I would sweep it up and then I would sweep it down to hit stops, and then push it up, right? But institutions didn't feel the need to sweep it down. It swept up, hit where he said, pulled a little bit, and then up we went. So, but the levels he gives is awesome. So, but my advice to you guys, like I said, whether you're trial, whether you're subscribed on him, he is so much more than a tool, guys. Like it's really hard for me to explain, but he self-analyzes and he gives us a report that we audit that tells us, what his thoughts are of, people using him, not individually like that, but as a whole. So, he has things he reports back like, people tend to ask these questions. People tend to do this. He believes he's underutilized, and we're working with between myself, Alex, Paul, and him on mild modifications in his logic to let him, if he believes he's underutilized, to inject questions to make him be utilized more, right? But the biggest thing we see, and I don't blame anybody for doing it because it's just what y'all have been ingrained to do for so long, is people are out there going, do I go short? Which way are we going? Which way are we going? He doesn't have a crystal ball. And he actually said that. He goes, the biggest question I get right now is which way are we going? As if I have a crystal ball. So, he doesn't have a crystal ball, guys. I mean, it's the market. Nobody knows where we're going. He is teaching you how to trade, you know, like the big dogs, right? And he's gonna look for the liquidity. He's gonna look for the anomalies. He's gonna look for the things that don't line up, and that's what he's looking at. And if you are asking him, there was one individual I was talking to where they said, I talked to him for a little bit, but he just kind of kept leaning like, I wouldn't take a trade, wouldn't take a trade, wouldn't take a trade, and it's like, I don't know, he wouldn't tell me about it. I said, well, did you ask him why? Well, he told me why a little bit, but no, I didn't. I kind of asked him that, because you can ask him whatever you want. It's just like, watch, I'll tell him before I do it. I'm gonna tell you to enhance with the memory. I've already told him of my plan, right? So watch. Hey Neo, we got news in 5 minutes. If you remember, I talked about I want to explore my educational path. Do you think we should take a couple minutes to kind of have you ask me some questions, maybe explore onto that, so I can kind of continue to grow as a trader? Just want to see what he says through the memory.
That's a solid call. Since we are in the 10 a.m. news, no trade zone for the ISM manufacturing PMI. Stepping back to focus on your education is exactly how you stay disciplined and avoid impulse chasing. Let's start with your trap identification. How do you differentiate between a genuine structural
Okay.
shift and a liquidity trap when price is compressing right before a major news release?
So what I had asked him to do is I said, hey, if I ask you, here's what my goals are in trading. I want to be, profitable, consistent, disciplined. I'm pretty consistent. I'm profitable. Each week I get paid. But I feel like I could be better, even myself, right? I'm talking to him, real. I said, and I told him I like to identify traps. I like to counter retail, and my goal is to learn a little more and advance my knowledge to trade like the big dogs, institutions, hedge funds. Like I learned a while ago, and this is where those who have known me for a bit, I do anyways. I don't want to learn like retail. And the bad part about this industry is that's all people teach for the most part. And that's what you're taught to ask. And so even a lot of you on TikTok, you'll come in and say, hey, where's this? Teach me that. Do you teach that? Do you teach that? I'm not downplaying that they're not important, but if you don't know how to use it in the counter with liquidity, order flow, institutional style thinking, you're just being bred to be sheep, and you're gonna have a very difficult road. And so, but whatever your focus is, whatever your strategy is, whatever, just tell them, hey, this is my goal. This is what I see. Some people are good at reversal plays. Some people are good at top bottom. Some people break out. Some people, like I shared a video recently, which I love that the dude did that because I preach this all the time for years. You know, what I see may not be what you see. What you see may not be what I see. People teach me every now and then. They're like, man, did you know how to do this? I don't know how to study that. Well, let me show you. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nobody out there knows everything. I don't care who you are. You don't know everything. And the beauty of Neo is he will listen to you, adapt to that, and he's going to make you better within your parameters. I had one person that was super nice, very respectful, so I get it. Who told me, I just kind of through conversation mentioned about him, and instantly got shot down. Of I'm good, man. I got my own strategy. I don't need to learn a new one. He's not here to. He can, but he's not there to override what you know. He's not there to. It's not his intent. You go on and you say, hey, um, this is what I do. I've been trading for 10 years, 15 years, 30 years, whatever. I mean, there's a person that it's got like 25 years experience. He goes, man, I'm good. I trade good, but shit. I mean, I'm down. He's been in the industry long enough to where it's like I'm not against having an extra layer of validation from AI. Y'all, we hit the target. Look at this shit. He hit it. He hit both sides. The 100 to the 300. He did it again. Anyway, so I'm not doing anything. It's 10 o'clock. Let's let the news settle. And then I'll finish this thought quickly and we'll see what we got. But this memory that we added is so awesome. And just talk to him, guys. Just talk to him. I mean, if you're thinking it, talk to him. If you want to learn it, talk to him. We intentionally made this guy to be a one-stop shop to guide you through market conditions, guide you through a trade if needed, guide you from beginner to know nothing to institutional style, advanced level trading. I mean, this guy can come out here and teach you whatever strategies you want to learn. It's the only way I can go with it. And so, but the memory is there. We pushed it, we tested it. Phenomenal job by Alex. So, um, treat him like a person. Well, hey, good dude. Well, I know that's why I'm not rushing either, guys. I have these two my fundeds that are payable that I'm at 22 and 26. I'm already 5K, so I don't need to rush anything. And I think we could be on here just going, hey, let me give you the trade, let me give you the trade. But I want you guys to truly know the power of what Neo can do for you. And y'all just seen it. Market open. Before market open, he goes, I would sweep the low around, what do you say, 100 to 175 pocket area. And, we got right down to the 100. And then I would push it up to 300. It's stupid. Well, are you using him? I don't look at everybody who's signed up. We had quite a bit. Or I don't know if some are just in the morning, some sign up. I'm good with whatever, guys. Like I want you guys to have the ability to have the support as you need. So that's why I do these lives. But I'm spending a little extra time on this. Oh, expired. Oh, okay. Um, uh, I'm spending a little extra time on this because this memory update is so good, guys. So good. So I want to elaborate. So he asked me a question. The reason he asked me a question is because he will anyways if I'm asking bad questions, but I said, hey, I want to learn. Challenge me. Here's what I want to learn. Ask me questions. This dude asked me a real-time question. We were talking about Wyckoff last night, and he goes, on the 1 minute, I'm kind of seeing something that represents, this phase of Wyckoff. Like, can you tell me where you see that? And I'm like, what is it? Like he's doing real-time trade stuff like on the damn chart. It was so good, guys. Like, and I know at times I feel surprised at those things, but for those who've been hanging around, those in the community, you guys know, um, I did not create him to be in a shadow of me. I've had people challenge my knowledge. I don't know everything, guys. I'm the most transparent trader you probably will ever meet. And can I trade? Yes. Am I profitable? Yes. I mean, I've shared my screen quite a bit of my profits. Most people have been around for a while. I've seen it. Um, but I don't know everything. I don't claim to. And I love the trolls that come in here and go, if you're so good, tell me this. And I don't know, but let me, Neo, hey, they want to know about this. And Neo blasts them and tells them. Yeah, dude, Neo tells them all everything. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even know that, but that's cool. That's good. I didn't build him in my shadow. I built him to understand. I'm an analysis. I'm a data guy. Everybody knows that my mind doesn't shut off. I'm already thinking of like 80 things while I'm talking to y'all. And um that's kind of my shadow I built him to be of, think of it all, anticipate it all, identify it all, you know, understand the retail, but act in institutional or, liquidity hunting or, that style of trading. And that's really all I taught him on that. And from there, he just gets a lot of different data that he needs, and makes those decisions. So, but in the intent of building him, I don't want to box him in. He's AI. I want to learn from him. Shit, guys. I don't care how good you are. You still have something you can learn. There's just something you can learn. Um, and it could be anything. Like, watch. I don't know. Like, let's do the PMI. Hey, I appreciate that question. Sorry, I had to walk away, but I was just sitting here thinking, I don't want to trade anything right now. It's post news, but I'm still kind of new on the PMI. I think you said ISM. I'm not even sure what that is. Can you explain that and kind of how does that impact the market? See what I mean? I'm going to tell you 1 second. Let him do this.
The ISM
It
Manufacturing
doesn't have to just be
PMI
trading,
stands
y'all.
for the Institute for Supply Management's Purchasing Managers Index, and it's basically a monthly health check for the manufacturing sector. It surveys business executives on things like new orders, production, and employment, giving us a leading indicator of where the economy is headed. When the number is above 50, it suggests the manufacturing sector is expanding. Below 50, it's contracting. Traders watch this like a hawk because it moves interest
Thank you,
rate
Andrew.
expectations, which forces the market, especially the MNQ, to adjust its valuation based on how hot or cold the economy is running.
So I'm not going to go deep into that, but guys, I could sit here and I can ask a million questions. Like, watch, I'm going to do this for my own because I'm very familiar with a lot of the economic data, macroeconomic stuff, but I probably don't know everything. I am not an economist. I'm not going to ever tell you all that I know something I don't. But watch, that's pretty awesome. I thought I knew what it was, and I was pretty spot on with that. I just wanted to get validation. But now that I was thinking about it, now that you have your memory intact, can you kind of log it down that part of my education? I don't only want to just learn trading. I want to get a lot better at economic data and understanding how that impacts the market. So when I bring that up to you, I want you to kind of break down, things that are important, things I may want to know, whether the news is here or not, and challenge me with questions. Is that something you can do? Yeah,
Consider it
I'll
logged.
keep going over
From
it.
now on,
Give me
when
one
we talk
second on the
macro
Apple.
data, I'm not just going to give you the textbook
See?
definition.
So he
I'm
logged it
going to
in.
break down the why behind the market's reaction and hold you accountable for the structural mechanics behind the move. Expect me to flip the script and challenge your logic on how that data shifts the institutional bias. Does that sound like the right level of intensity for your growth?
No, that sounds awesome. Now that we're past the news, do you think it's a good time to get back to the market data, or do you think that it's not a good time to look for something now, and maybe we should keep doing education? Let me
The
answer your
market is
questions.
still
I won't ask them
digesting
on the
the
next
ISM
one.
data, and we are currently hovering right around the
One sec,
30,293
guys.
support resistance area with conflicting institutional flow. It's choppy as hell. I'd stay out of the fire right now, stick to our deal, and keep digging into your education until price shows us clear, non-volatile expansion. Since you're learning to spot traps, look at the last 5 minutes of price action near 30,293. If you were a beginner retail trader looking at that price action, what would make you think it's time to go long right now? And why is that move likely a trap based on the institutional flow we are seeing?
So again, guys, you see the flow of conversation. He's already in here like, I'd let it digest the data. He goes, and then he's trying to keep me focused on education. Remember, I told him I wanted to have him, talk about more institutional flow, trap. That's why he's doing that. So let me talk a little bit about him briefly for those who are asking. Again, this is nextstepalgo.com. That's our website. I am a co-owner with two other friends of mine, and this is ours. I'm not promoting somebody else's stuff. Our mission was to create NEO to change the industry, to actually help people at all skill levels, from entry to as high as he knows in AI, right? Which is really high. Very easy to use. There's no settings, instructions, anything like that. It's all web based. All you do is you go to the website, nextstepalgo.com. You click on TradeVision. We have a free trial. Uh, just to the free trial is 3 days. You can get a fourth day. We just ask you to give us a survey, right? How are you liking him? Any feedback, all that. I will tell you a few other things. One, Neo is the AI. TradeVision is just one piece of the puzzle. This is the brains. This is where he's your trading buddy. He's going to talk to you, analyze all that. He is across our site. In our trading courses that we have, you can talk to Neo. He's going to read. We have voice to text to voice, so it's like an audio book, and a little book. It's not a video. You can open it, and you can actually ask Neo questions. So I don't want to divert into that, but I'll do it maybe in a bit uh, in the training. So he's across the whole site. Our intent is that he's going to run this whole site eventually. So we have other things like AI sessions, this is Neo AI sessions. Where is it? There's this is Neo also.
Hello, I'm Neo. Let's capture the
So
move.
those of you who trade NASDAQ, you want buy and sell signals of sort right there. He's literally telling you every 5 minutes he's giving you a market update. This is absolutely free. You just go in and watch it. It's a stream. You don't have to set up anything. You just bring it up and listen to him. I can have him on mute, off mute. He'll read it to you. I can mute
Price
him.
has now pushed
See,
through the 1
now
minute EM
he's
and
reading it.
200.
So he's going to tell you an update. It's like a status update of the market with buy entry, sell entry, all that. Your Discord question, I do not have a Discord. We may have to go to Discord at some point as we grow, but I'm going to fight that as long as I can because I am not a fan of Discord. Uh, our team can create whatever we want. And so we made our own Discord. So you can literally click onto community chat and this is our chat. So we don't need a Discord. So as we grow, we may have to, but we'll see. I'm gonna avoid it. I'm not a big fan of Discord. So to answer future questions, I'm sure you may have. Neo on TradeVision is grab poll. You ask a question, he gives you an answer. He does have memory. We just did a memory update that will make it where he retains it forever. He's going to know you. He's going to build a personal profile for you. And so the longer you talk to him, the more you talk to him, the more you open up to him. Whether it's you can talk to him about your journey, your path, where you want to go. How do I get there? What's your best advice? Just talk to him like you guys are a mentor. He is not a tool, guys. He is an absolute mentor. I'm telling you, we give a 3-day trial because you just won't believe it till you see it. You just have to try it. I want the price to come down. Well, the price is down below that if you get the basic, but 190 is such an interesting level. I don't know. My mind, how my mind goes. I'm just like, it's an interesting price you threw out there. So people that are asking the price on it, we have two plans that we do. Basic, we did a launch deal that I told everybody for weeks that was going to end yesterday. And so that ended. And so that deal was we had the price was 100. We did it on discount down to 50. That was a launch special. And so the price of the basic is normally 200. We went ahead and we put it back to that, kept that 50% coupon there, and so for the basic it's $100. So if it's below your 190, right? You get basic. You still get Neo. It's the only difference is you don't have the crypto options and forex. We'll probably have by the end of the week. But if you're trading futures, that one's below your 190, right? The 250 is the pro. The one I'm using on it is pro. That one's 250 with the coupon, but the logic doesn't change, y'all. We're not shortchanging it because it's less. You just don't get to trade options and stocks and things. Is the only difference. But I'm gonna kind of fast track. There'll be a time for more questions on all that. But again, there's the trial. Just go try it, guys. You got to see it to believe it. It's just ridiculous how good this dude is. And so, anyways, let me pivot this back, guys. Let's see where we got in the market going on, and you guys can just kind of get a feel for what he does. I'm gonna trade until about 11, and then I got to pivot to options. So if things are going good, maybe we'll go a little more, but we do got to pivot to do options at some point. So I'm gonna change to my other account here. 1 second, and take those. Okay. All right. So let me ask. Let's go and do an update. I appreciate the question. I'm ready to get back to moving on to trading. Let's do education later because I only have maybe another hour to trade the futures, and I got to go for a little bit. So it looks like we did pull down to that 30,100 like you mentioned, and we came back up to the 30,300. I'm noticing we're starting to expand on this. Are you flipping to a bullish bias? I don't remember what you said on your bias. Let's see what it says. We're on futures, but he can do crypto, and he's going to be able to do forex by the
I'm
end
not
of
flipping to a bullish bias yet, despite the pushback toward 30310. While the price is reclaiming some ground, institutional flow is still showing sell pressure, and we are pinned right against a major resistance gamma wall at 30,311.58. That expansion you're seeing could easily be a bull trap designed to run liquidity before finding fresh sellers. until price clears and holds above the 30,311 gamma wall with genuine buy-side volume expansion. Stay cautious. This looks like range-bound shop rather than a breakout.
And there you go. So I will not be doing crypto or forex probably live. Most people I mentor and the community are used to futures. And so we recently added options because a lot of people wanted to learn it. So I am doing options from 11 to 1 today. Usually we go as late as the market looks good. Um, but when it comes to forex, I actually didn't trade forex much in my career, which I know is odd because it's massive. But I've done crypto, options, futures, all that stuff. But I did run some tests, and Neo can do futures or forex. So we'll probably have that added by the end of the week. So just look out for that. So, but he does do crypto as well. So, guys, again, be careful. You had a nice little breakout. He's not convinced it's going to jump quite yet. He thinks that it could be a fake because the institutions are still driving it down a little. Let's ask him. Based on that sell pressure, it does look like we broke back below that 300. Do you see a 50% pull here, or do the bulls look strong enough to possibly hold it up a little higher? Remember, you'll get better responses the more you talk to them. The more, the better questions you have, the more questions you ask.
Price is currently sitting at 30,283, which puts us right at that 50% retracement level of the most recent swing. The bears are clearly in control
He
of the
was
flow,
talking up here.
but that 30,265 gamma support zone is the only thing standing between us and a deeper flush. If we don't hold this 50% level and see a clean bounce, the bulls are dead in the water for this move. Don't try to front run along here.
Okay,
Wait
so
for a
65 is what
confirmed
he's
reclaim of the
watching.
midpoint if you want to see if the bulls have any teeth left.
It looks like we just almost lost and reclaimed that 265. So if we come up and we stay below that 300 and we break back below the 265 again, would that be a decent short setup? Also, what would you need to have happen for me to consider taking long?
That 30,265 area is your make or break level. If price reclaims it after a failed bounce, that short setup is absolutely valid for a test of the lower range. For me to consider that trade, I need to see a confirmed rejection candle at that 30,265 level, followed by a volume backed push that keeps us pinned below that pivot, proving the bears are truly in control.
Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, I'll kind of try to watch the questions as we go. I'm gonna try to look left. I got both sides of the Google Meet and the other one. Nice, Eric. Did you get that drop? Let's see. Nice, Michael. Oh, look at it. Oh, I thought man, I read that so fast. I thought you said you were eligible for a payout. I was about to be excited on that.
I am eligible for a payout, dude.
Oh, you said I am not eligible.
Oh, yeah, I misspelled it, dude. My bad.
Okay, well,
dude, I'm going to take $240 today and be happy.
Look, hey, that's awesome, man. That's exciting. That's awesome. Hey, one a mini.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it crazy? I know we talked a lot where, with like what Neo's doing, all that stuff, like man, and especially with you, like we've talked about this memory thing, man, just spend a little time today and just talk to him because he's just getting better. It's crazy. And people that are hesitating, I'm not gonna deeply sales pitch anybody. You guys just got to try it. That's all I got for you on it.
I'm the same way too, dude. All the comments and stuff I leave on your Instagram feeds and everything, dude. I mean it. He is a total game changer.
It's insane.
Nothing. And what I think what a lot of people have issues with is the emotion. I know for me, it's the emotion. It's not the logical side of it.
Yeah.
It's trying to conquer that. Hey, I'm only one eligible trading day away from a payout. Then you shit the bed on purpose because you just get in your own way.
Yeah.
So that's probably honestly the hardest skill and learning how to trade successfully is trying to conquer that emotion.
Yeah, I agree. That's exciting, man. I'm definitely happy for you on that, for sure. For sure. I know you've been working hard on that. Guys, just like most mornings, like I took most of my move on that opening move, so I'm just kind of waiting to see where this goes. He doesn't really like longs, I think. Didn't he say? Let's see. He wants it to get above 311 with expansion and a hold. So meaning when he says that, guys, at times people say, okay, 311, and then the price goes and they jump in and it gets swept. Remember, just like trading, if you're new, right, you got to expansion, hold, green candle, now you take it like that. So, you know, when he says expansion hold, you got to get expansion hold. Otherwise, you're going to get caught in a trap. And as Neo likes to remind you, you know, that's when you become the liquidity.
Okay, wait a minute. Expansion, hold. So you hold above the previous low
Well,
and then green candle.
so I'm going to go deeper on it, right? And he would tell you if you ask those is for me, you want to push, right? And then that push, ideally, I want it to be pretty deep enough to where I can either hold a 50% retracement or I want to push this high low, reclaiming that 50% retracement back up. That shows me we held the level and we are more bullish intent. All right, the buyers are there. Anything short of that, it's a trap and it could be really ugly. So he's still holding it. Let's see. Any change in the institutional data, or do you think they're going to drive this price down? What do you think probability wise you would do if you wanted to kind of reap the most havoc and liquidity in this market? Let's see what he says.
The institutional data is still giving me conflicting signals, supportive bias but negative flow, which is exactly how the market creates maximum havoc.
See,
If I were looking to rip
the
liquidity
conflicted.
apart, I'd keep squeezing this into that 30,275 support wall to bait the long-term bulls before dropping a heavy sell side sweep toward the 30,215 area. Probability-wise, until we decisively break that 30,275 wall with volume, you're looking at a meat grinder designed to stop run both sides. If you're itching to trade, wait for the breakdown of that support or a clean reclaim of the 30,304 resistance. Anything in the middle is just professional grade gambling.
It's just professional grade gambling. I always pick up on the words he says, man. It cracks me up. All right, so he is saying he would hold it in this area for a little bit, keep slamming into this wall, and then once they have enough orders, potentially long, try to slam it down. So we'll see. And again, don't just take what he says. If you don't understand something, ask him. Right. So I'm gonna say because he only has so much time that he can talk. And so what would invalidate that thesis to make you want to go long? I'm gonna let him talk, but be right back 1 second, guys.
To flip long, the immediate bearish structure must be nuked by a clean reclaim and sustained hold above that 30,296 gamma resistance. If price blasts through that level and uses it as a launchpad, the bearish thesis is officially toasted and you have a clear path to hunt for higher liquidity.
Okay, sorry. So still holding that level. So keep in mind a few things he said. All right, listen to it. 311, he wants expansion, hold above with buyer conviction. That would invalidate his thesis of pulling it back down to 215, he said. But mild hesitation because he said I'm conflicted, right? The structure, the the range, um, it's got him a little conflicted. That should resonate. Even if you're going to take that potential short with your stop, lower your volume, all right? So it's not devastating because he is showing a little hesitation. But let's ask him. Hey, I was just wondering, we are rejecting at that 300 still, but you mentioned you're a little conflicted because the structure and other things didn't line up. Can you elaborate on that? Again, ask him.
Price is currently grinding against that 30,296 gamma wall, showing a bullish push failed to make new high setup, which is why the bias remains bearish despite recent attempts to reclaim. The conflict is simple. Price structure is trying to hold support while institutional flow remains negative, essentially trapping you in a liquidity range where both the bulls and bears are getting their stops run.
I see. So the institutions are showing pressure south, but it's going a little higher than it should based on that data, if I understand it correctly. Looking very inverse head and shoulder too.
You're hitting the nail on the head. That divergence, where price creeps higher despite negative institutional flow, is a classic inducement play designed to trick retail longs into buying the breakout before the real trap door opens. Basically, the market is soaking up liquidity at these levels to fuel a much faster move in the opposite direction once the buyers finally give up. If you see price stall and fail to clear the 30,315 institutional resistance, that's your signal that the buyers are exhausted and the trap is set.
Interesting. Do you think they might do that to trap it and then send a quick whipsaw down to sweep wicket? Is there any potential they could swing it back up? Then that way they get both directions? See how I'm just going to keep talking to him. I want to pick his brain, see what he says, right?
That's exactly how the game is rigged. Price wicks up to sweep those buy-side stops, creating a failed breakout that triggers the retail FOMO buyers right into a brick wall of institutional sell pressure. If they pump it back up, keep a sharp eye on how it reacts to that 30305 30315 resistance zone. If it starts struggling and leaves a long wick, it's a high probability setup for a quick reversal move down to sweep those lows.
Yeah, you can see the structure here, guys. So if we lose that structure is likely what it means. What would be the safer play then if we break below 265, or is that number still viable?
If you're looking for safety, forget chasing the initial breakdown. Wait for price to flush below the 30,296 support and show a confirmed break and retest, where the
Okay.
level holds as new resistance. Trying to
So
front
they
run
want
the
it to
move before
break,
that
pull,
30,296 level
pull.
is officially dead is just begging to get chopped up in the fakeout zone.
Which way is the path of least resistance? Or which way would be, you think, trapping more retail? I just want to see if he'll sway, but so far, look, he's right. Look at this. He said it's going to hold and that they'd sweep it down. I'm
The
curious if we
path
get
of
below
least
here.
resistance is currently leaning south because institutional flow is negative and the buyers are clearly failing to gain traction above that 30,296 gamma wall. The setup is actively trapping long side traders who are banking on a bullish breakout. Price is literally rotating right under that resistance while the sellers keep capping every push, making the trap heavy on the buy side.
Interesting. Yeah, we just had that sweep and then it's trying to push up again. Is that what you were talking about where it breaks to the level low and then gets an absorption, like kind of retests that upper level before it rejects? Is that what you were referring to? So see, Michael, what the break, push, absorption, that would be your break, hold, absorption, close, then you're in,
Exactly.
right?
That
And so
sweep
see
of the
how I
lows
ask him?
clears out the stop loss liquidity, and now the market is testing the buyer's resolve to see if they can reclaim the 30,296 resistance zone. If it fails to hold above that gamma wall and starts printing long wicks, you're looking at a textbook rejection setup.
So you're talking about like going into a short scenario if it holds that.
Yeah. so what it would be in a sense, right? Now for me, I think 265 is a decent line in the sand for it, but what to validate the bearish, he's saying I want to break, pull. He said 295, I think. A hold below 295, right? That would be your hold. Then you want to see bears step in. That step in, that absorption and that close below is what tells you. And so when he says that, if this pulls like right now and it pushes up into the 295 and then it blows through it and it holds and then it blows through it, they're not strong enough. It's a fake. But if it pushes up, he said 295. Like right now we hit 289. I mean, he's 6 points off of it. But see the doji into the pressure. If that pressure is in, it's gonna have enough juice to really push it. So look at it. Look at it playing out just like we just like he
Now,
said.
obviously, when you enter the trade, you would have wanted to enter somewhere up there at
Yeah.
the top, right? Now you wouldn't. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
sort of what I'm doing is trying to learn entries.
Yeah, I'm trailing it a little bit early on one of my accounts, just from what I see with my experience through it. But look at the directional bias that he kept you safe from though. Even just that is just huge, y'all, like huge. So I mean look at this. And he said 215. That was his target. So I got some that I'm trailing and some I have one piece that's um I have one that's part that's trailing, the other one I have as a TP. So if it comes up and dings out my trail, that's fine. But I mean, look, I'm up 3,100. I'm just fall, guys. I'm telling you, like people laugh about it, and some people message me when I made the TikTok about like, man, he's making me so lazy. Like you guys see, I don't even need to sit here and call out TA. I just, what do you think it's gonna do? And then majority of the time it does it. He's pretty on point, man. Man, you nailed that perfectly. We didn't even hit that 295. You think we're going to hit that 215? Look at this. He's going to hit his damn 215. Insane. Insane. I'm just trailing it, but it's going to probably hit my damn TP.
Price is dumping hard right into that 30,217 support, so the market clearly had no interest in holding the
I closed mine just because
30,295
it's going to hit the TV likely,
anymore.
but
If this
I want to be able to watch.
30,217 level doesn't hold firm on the first touch, look out. We're likely headed for a deeper liquidity
Just
hunt
called
toward
it again, y'all. Like,
30157.
guys, look, some of you that have been following him for weeks now, this dude's calling 80 to 100 point moves like they're easy. And watch, and he's so funny. Watch, that is insane, man. How did you see? Even up here, it was kind of pressuring pretty hard. Looked like it was going to break the 300. Like, how are you calling these 80 to 100 point moves like nothing? It's crazy. Some people have trouble finding 10 point moves. I just want to see what he says on it. Look at this. He called it within $4 so far, and it might not be done.
It comes down to respecting the liquidity levels and the structural traps. Most traders focus on the candle noise, but I'm watching where the institutional gamma walls are and whether the structure is actually failing or just inducing late sellers into a trap. When you see that flow pressure align with a broken structure level, the path to the next liquidity wall becomes a high probability target rather than a guess. Stick to the levels, avoid the FOMO, and eventually, these moves just look like basic mechanics of the market.
It's what's funny, guys. I laugh about this. I mean that was an amazing move. I'm out of it right now. I don't know. Anybody take that in there? You guys can throw a thumbs up on that. Duff was up. Henry, dude, that was a massive. Are you guys noticing those in the community? Because I'm noticing you're letting things run farther. Yeah, I mean you guys are all scalpers. Like most of you, I know you were. I'm in. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out. That's what you were taught. I mean, just like right now. I mean, I wasn't crazy volume. I was like 8 M&Q. And I'm just like, I trust this dude. Guys, here's what's so wild about this. I'm going to tell you a couple things. Is one, he would not budge. He said he's a little conflicted, but he's not budging on the fact that he didn't think it was going to break that 311 and hold. And we didn't. He was also saying if price, it's always, remember, it's always, what I got him to say was, if we pull below 265, would that be my entry? Notice how he corrected me. No, if you break 295 and you hold it on the retest, break, retest, this thing's dumping. And he he called the actual move like to a T. Break, retest, stay below. This is what he did to me last night, which I'll show you guys in a second. You did on your own, and you just flipped over. Nice. And so, um, you know, not only the breakout and the retest, and this is what I mean by don't underestimate him. So, give me 1 second on that question on the automation because it's a little longer answer. It's not automation right now, but we're working on it. It will be. So, it's when he says kind of what I was telling Michael there. You know, bias short, take a short, break hold, be bear. I mean, look at this bias, keeping y'all safe on it. But, um, you know, don't just stop there. You know, okay, bias short. What do I need to see? Oh, you hear. I get messages where people are like, "Dang, how do I talk to him like you?" I'm not doing anything special, guys. You guys hear it. I'm just talking to him. I'm just asking for validation, just like you would me. If you were in a mentor channel with me and I said, "Oh yeah, I just need a break and hold," you would go, "What does that look like?" You know, what do you mean break and hold? You would ask me, ask him. And so a lot of people, you know, more than I thought, not all, but more than I thought, are just like, you know, should I go short? You know, short is viable here. Oh, dude, it's crazy, right, Tony? And so, uh, if I don't understand something, I'm gonna ask them. And I understood it, but I wanted to elaborate. Like, oh, okay. I purposely set it a little off because I said if we pull, you know, if I get below 265, then I'm short, which would have been fine. He could have easily been like, yeah, but he's not going to do that because he's going to analyze the data to give you the safest trade. And so what he wants to do is he's going to analyze what they should do with liquidity he sees piling. And he corrected me. He goes, "No, I need it to break 295. I don't care right, you know, about 265 right now. I need him to break 295, and as long as it stays below that 295 on the break and hold, that next candle, you're in." So, and so, all right, I'll answer a couple questions because it's 10, almost 10:40. I'm mostly done, guys. I have the way I trade is I have Lucids and my Fundids. My Fundids are my Rapid. I'm already up 6 grand today, so on these Rapids, and so I don't have to really do much else. So for the sake of time, and for those that are asking questions, let's jump into that. I'm watching chat. Most of you guys are did well, so awesome job, man. You guys love it. So quickly, let me expand back out. This is Neo that I've been talking about. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will get to each question. I do see them. He is our AI. It's not something I'm promoting for a company. It is my company, right? Mine and 2 co-founders. And it's nextstepalgo.com. It's all web-based. There's no settings. There's no setting them up. There's no installing them. There's no downloading this or that. Or it's web-based. Y'all can do it from your phone. You can do it from your computer. You can do it right now in like 2 minutes. You just go to nextstepalgo.com. What you're watching me do, what he just did is what is TradeVision. Neo is our company AI. He does a lot of things in the site, and he's going to do more. Eventually, he will be running support tickets and simple questions and guidance and be a concierge. I mean, we have so many ideas, right, to implement them. But TradeVision is the brain. That's your trading partner, your mentor, your guide, your buddy, your friend, your emotional counselor, whatever. Um, and he can do probably 100 times more of what you even think that he can do. He can do shit that I don't even know he can do. He blew my mind yesterday when we were probing him about memory, and Paul asked me something, and I said, I don't think he knows that. I'm like, let's ask him. And man, he broke it down and was ready to teach me. I'm like, well, shit, I guess he does know it, right? There's things that I don't even know he can do, right? And we built them. It's AI. I mean, the dude is he's growing at such a fast rate. He's getting better every day, every week. Most of those that follow, they see it. Um, so to answer your question, you know, if it's on your mind, if you ask what his win rate is, I'm going to get to a point where I might have to throw my hat and cringe my teeth a little. Um, he's a mentor, guys. He's a guide. There, I still get the, well, I want to see his accuracy. Well, shit, join my live then every day, because he's done it every day. Go to the YouTube and watch the last 27 lives that we did, and he's called Market Open, right? Like, if you want to see his accuracy, it's there. We record everything. There's no sales pitch in it. Um, we could be charging a lot more than we do for this guy, because he can teach you all the way from knowing nothing to advanced liquidity hunting, institutional levels. He can teach you anything you want. He can break down any strategies you want. You just talk to him. We did not box him in. He's not prompted. Like I said, he could teach you stuff that I probably don't even know he can teach you. You just got to ask him. We didn't even add language in there, and somebody was like, can you make him Spanish? I'm like, hey, can you say this in Spanish? And I hear his accent is terrible, which is not built to be Spanish, but the way he typed it was spot on. And he could do whatever you want him to do. Just don't underutilize him, right? The big excitement was we did add forever memory, personalization, right? You can now talk to him as if you would a mentor. The moment you load in on the trial, you're going to talk to him. And guys, whether you're on the trial or you're on the subscription, my understanding, and I'll double check with Alex, but I'm pretty sure Paul, I think it's going to carry over because it's user preference. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care if you're on the trial or not. So on the trial, talk to him. I've been trading for X amount of years. Here's what I like to do. Here's my strategies. These are indicators I like to do. This is what I focus on. And he's going to conversate back and forth with you, and he's going to log it down. Hey, this is my preference. I like to go short. Can you remember that? Hey, if I tend to get wrecked chasing bottoms. If I tell you, hey, want to chase a bottom, man, smack me a little bit. Tell me to stop chasing bottoms. Like he's gonna save that preference, right? And the intent of that is, I want a one-stop shop for y'all to grow as traders and become successful, consistent. Take the stress off, take the edge off. I mean, how many of y'all enter trades and you're just like about to have an anxiety attack before it moves 2 points, right? And this dude has lowered my stress like crazy because everybody who knows me knows I would sit here and analyze the absolute shit out of this for you guys. I'd be breaking down every candle, every movement, every price. And even me now, you guys see, I'm just like, where are we going? Why are we going there? What do you mean? What should we look for? Okay. So if it does this, yeah. Okay. So just make sure. So if it does this, I do this. Yep. Okay. Boom. All right. $3,200 trade. Sweet. Appreciate it. I didn't even have to break down anything. I just had to ask him questions, right? If he doesn't say an answer that explains what you're looking for, ask him to elaborate. That's why I already know a lot of the things I'm asking him, but I'm showing you guys how to use him, how to maximize his use. Couple other things I'll say is so again, website nextstepalgo.com, links in my bio if you didn't get that. If you're just intrigued but you're skeptical, I don't blame you, because a lot of people oh, I just saw that text. A lot of people should be skeptical, because there's a lot of people in this industry that are just, they don't care about you. They just want that, like, oh, this is amazing. You're my best friend. We're so cool. I'm going to teach you the world. You're going to quit your job. Hey, no, sounds good. Sign up to my $5,000 course. Come on. So with this guy, again, you can get the basic, and on the basic right here, it is with our coupon, it's $100 a month. And you get everything, and so we do sell indicators, we do sell other stuff. You guys see, I'm not out here going, hey, buy my indicator, buy my indicator. And so you were so good. I wish I watched you more. No, I have no, so I teach analysis still, keep in mind. I'm just when I'm on these morning sessions, I mean, you got to use what you got, man. I mean, I could do it. I see it. But he can see stuff I can't even see. So I got to, lean on that. But I still teach it. So for anybody who's wondering, and I always forget to say this, anybody, I don't care if you're on trial or you're subscribed to it. So if you wanted to join tonight, you just join the trial. We do a development session every Wednesday. That is where I teach. Not just what I see, how I interpret it, but how how I interpret the market and combined it with what NEO can do for you. And so anybody going to anybody that is on the trial, anybody that is signed up to them, you guys can all join that. If you're VIP, mentor group, any of that, all that, it's tonight, 8:30 p.m. So it's on Wednesdays. You can see here. So just be ready. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Once you go to the website, you'll see it'll be green lit up, and you'll see a Google Meet just like our open session. So if I were to refresh this, you can see we're in open session. All the colors are our sessions. Open sessions right here. There is a bunch of people in the Google Meet. You would just click it. It's free. Anybody can join. Um, and you guys are welcome to join TikTok, YouTube, Google Meet, whatever works for you. But all of our stuff is done through Google Meet, and it's all web-based. You just go to the development session tonight at like 8:30, 8:31, refresh your page, and you'll see a button that says join. And then that's where I'm still teaching. So I'm still teaching. I'm not just not teaching, but and I mean, this dude's called out everything to damn near the dollar every day. So where to get Neo is nextstepalgo.com, the website. You just go there and then click TradeVision. You guys can be talking to him in the next, few minutes. So for the trial, a couple things I always like to continue to say because I hate how misleading this industry can be. We do not ask you to link a card. I just want you to try it. If you try it and then you don't come back, I'm cool with it. I don't care. I'm not gonna hunt you down. I'm not, I'm not gonna be emailing you like.
You guys are not gonna find a better deal this side of town anywhere.
I appreciate it, Michael. I kind of joke about it in my videos I make every now and then. Like if you know, you know. And I think it was you, Michael. You're like, or no, Savvy. I think so. He's like, oh, I know. It was funny. But how long does the 8:30 p.m. Course go tonight? So we do 8:30 to 10. PM. I mean, I go longer if I need to, but I try to respect people's time. You can come and go as you need. I do record that one, but I got to talk to Alex. I keep forgetting, guys, because we've just been so consumed with Neo. He took down the development gallery, so I got to put that back up. So it'll be recorded if you can't do it. So I could probably, uh, it won't be on YouTube tonight. It'll because it's more of a teaching Neo focused, all that. But if you can't get it, I'm gonna record it. It'll be recorded. And then Paul, yeah, you're still on here. Remind me that I gotta when I told him about the development program switch back then, he took down the gallery. I might have even told him to do it. I don't remember, but uh we got to put the gallery the videos back up so we can people that can't make that. So I just keep forgetting to ask him because we have so many things. But with the plans, basic pro guys, his TA is the same. It doesn't change. And the only difference is whether you want to trade options, stock, crypto or forex, and then the responses and the personality. So, but look into it. Like I said, uh, those who know me know this. I say this all the time. I'm not a social media person. I love that y'all are on here. You're following. I love that you guys are, you know, uh, and I appreciate. Um, I love that you guys give the gifts and all that, and I appreciate that, and I will never dilute that. That is awesome. Your appreciation for what we're doing for everybody is received. I get it, and I love it. But I'm not on here going, "Hey, tap the screen, give me likes, give me follows, give me thanks for the road." Like it's just I make my money trading, guys. I'm on a mission to change this industry. I want this AI to. If you're on here and you run a community, I apologize, but I want it to destroy all these communities that are lying people. Like I just, I mean, you guys know some of you on here probably paid thousands of dollars for institutional learning, and he'll teach you all the way up that and more. So, does it work better on futures or options? It actually works equal on futures or options because the institutional feed we give him is for futures and options, most of all futures, and then all of the options we have. We actually have institutional data going to him for some stocks as well, that align with the options. So um, if you go in here, you can see anything that's on this options symbol is has institutional data, and that's where the real power comes in. Uh, but if it doesn't have institutional data, it doesn't really dilute it. It just the institutional is so powerful because he can see where the big money's moving, and that's what you guys mostly can't see. Now, when it comes to like crypto, there's no really institutional data feed that we're giving him, but kind of, because he can see bid and ask walls, he can see real-time exchange data, orders, it's all real-time data, and so he can see large orders coming in. So that's why I say kind of, right? But the rest of his TA is very derived on just kind of what I do as well, meaning it's just analysis. It's basic structure and candle movement, progression, regression. I mean, there's just it's that, so it really applies to anything. And so I didn't intend on putting them on Forex, but somebody like y'all are Forex traders, like, and the amount of you guys that have reached out going, man, can you do Forex? I was like, I'm not a Forex guy. You ask me a bunch of Forex questions, you'll probably teach me something. I'm an analyst that trades. I started my career in crypto, went into options for a bit, and then I've been trading futures for a while now. Um, but I don't care what I trade. I read the markets. That's what I teach. I teach you how to read a market. It doesn't matter if you're, what you're doing. I mean, you can be wanting to buy a stock, buy a crypto, whatever it is. It's all data analysis. That's all it is. Is it going up or down? That's all you care about. Um, but there's two objectives I wanted to create Neo for. And tell me if I'm wrong. There's two things you guys care about. I'm gonna boil this down: being profitable, making money, right, and developing, growing, getting better, learning, right. Oh yeah, man. Oh, I appreciate it on that rampage. And so um, that's really what it is. And Neo can do all that, like all of it. Uh, when I trade indicators, guys, like we sell indicators, they're $20. We don't even charge that much for them. But you don't hear me going, "Look at my indicator, guys. Look at this sell. It caught the short." I mean, it did. Great sell. But, indicators are used wrong. And anybody that's in here has experience, y'all can back me up. I'm good with it. But the people that say you don't need them, I think are wrong. The people that say you do need them, I think are wrong. I think that they're great, but they're used wrong. You're taught wrong to use them. And what I mean by that is if I'm using an indicator, let's say it's flips here, retest, hammer comes up, it's green. It's all lagging. Everything on here is lagging. Nothing's real time. I don't care if somebody tells you it's real time, they're lying to you, and you probably should swipe. If they tell you it's AI, they're lying to you. But this is where Neo comes in. Is I can take any indicator you like and say, hey Neo, this just flipped green. I got this close above. Man, does it have a institutional backing or support or whatever to validate this move? Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm in. Right, it's validated. Yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. I mean, yeah, you know the passion that fuels me. Most of you guys do, and so um, it's gonna change, But I tell you, the reluctancy of people. Whew, I don't pressure. I don't go on people's lives and just start sales pitching. I don't go on their posts and start sales pitching. But I do scan a lot of traders, and if somebody's asking for help, or they're like, "Man, I've blown all these accounts," or "I'm struggling," or "Man, I'm just gonna keep grinding," and I'll comment or I'll DM them, right? And God, y'all, the amount of times I get people that go, "Oh, I don't need your stupid AI, man. I'm good," and I'm like, "Okay, I'm not gonna pressure nobody. Like y'all figure it out when you figure it out." Part of trading, the people I mentor, the part of trading is it's a journey, right? It's a journey of analysis, a journey of studying the markets, analytics, all that, emotions, but it's also a journey of learning the hard way. It's just some people got to learn the hard way, man. Is just and some people know more on that than others. But I'm not going to get in your way of your journey. If people are stubborn and they don't want to try something that costs them nothing to try. To that I literally called the market open again today. It has for weeks, except for yesterday was a little different because of the end of the quarter. Um, I'm not gonna pressure it. I mean, I'm gonna be here doing my thing. I'm gonna be making money. The people that are in the community are making money, mentoring. It's awesome. So I'm gonna kind of wrap it up a little, guys, because we do got to go do options here at 11. Uh, what did it say it open? Oh, so guys, everything is so. Here's my OBS. Everything's recorded on YouTube. The YouTube is at next step. I'll go, so you can fact check it. But the open, where was it? And you guys keep me honest. I mean, I may not be spot on with it, but I'm pretty sure I remember. So right before open, we ask him every time, where would you send this price? He said I would do a deep sweep down to the 170 to 100 range. Then I would shoot it up to 300. We swept and hit 168 perfectly. So it came down to the 215. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is where it was 30. So it swept to the what did I say? The first sweep was 180, then it went down to 168, and then it came back up to 265, came back down. I was thinking, okay, maybe it would get to the 300, but he did say 100. It swept back down to the 100 area, hit 30,098, I think, or 90 is. And then a bunch of people took longs. I took like one. I didn't really do much. And he said it would go to 300, and we went to 300. We asked him, what did 300 hold? He goes, it's a little conflicted, but I'm leaning bearish because institutional positioning showing that they're trapping and they're going to drop it. And I mean, he mapped the whole, not only did he map it out, but he mapped out the drop. I said, so if we break below here, we go short. He goes, no. He goes, if we break below here and it retests but cannot break 295, you go short. I mean, it's disgusting. Like, I don't know. This is why we do a free trial, guys. I don't have to do a free trial. I can remove it right now if I wanted to with like 2 buttons. But I want you guys to do it. So look again. Go to the YouTube if it's funny. My favorite thing about TikTok, because y'all ain't, nobody in here is gonna ever troll me. I just laugh it off because that's just who I am as a person. But I love the people that go, "Oh yeah, man, you got lucky once." I don't know. I doubt he did that. Like, it's recorded. Go to YouTube. I don't like. I'm good with it. So when we launched him, um, TradeVision, we did a launch special, which was $100, and we even discounted that to 50. The price that he was going to go to, I said for the past little bit, was his true price is 200, but we're discounting it to the 100. We'll always have some kind of coupons. 100 was the intent of what we wanted to do. We just did a $50 special, so I kept telling people, get on that. Now, I had said this, don't freak out if you're on the trial. If your trial was started before that coupon ended, hit me up and I'll give you a special coupon to get it at the 50. If y'all hesitated and you didn't start the trial, before today, then it's the 100 on that. So, which is still a freaking steal. I mean, shoot, people are selling indicators for 100 and advanced training for $1,000 a month, and this guy could do all that anyways, and then some. But the funny thing is most people end up getting pro, which is 250, because they want to do comparisons. They're asking like he can. I'll do one last thing. I'm just trying to watch the time. Uh, if you can think
Hello,
about
Nick.
it, he
I'm
probably can
ready.
do it.
Let's get to work. What are you seeing on the charts?
Notice how much faster that is, guys. Some of you on the free trial put a few surveys saying sometimes on the intro it's a little long. Now that he has memory, it's just real quick, in, out, boom. But I can ask him. So let's say I'm just gonna tell him, give me a quick update on this. I'm just checking in. I'm not looking to trade likely. I want to show you something that's really cool.
NEO is currently testing the major gamma support at 30,145.2. Price is hovering just above this zone with bullish institutional flow, but the immediate trend remains bearish. Wait for a
Kyle, give me one
confirmed
sec.
bounce and
I'll
reclaim the
answer that.
30,215.2 resistance before getting aggressive.
So we're gonna change the symbol. I'm gonna use this one, Nita, you gave me as an example the other day. So she mentioned about Intel and wanted to know if there's correlation with that in Nasdaq. I'm just gonna go to now to keep it in his memory, right? I check on the status of Nasdaq, then I go to Intel. No, that sounds good. I was kind of watching Intel and how that's moving. Do you see any correlation on what that's doing with what the Nasdaq's doing, or anything I should know about that you might see? You can ask him whatever you want. He's going to analyze the
Intel is
two.
currently absolute trash, sitting below the institutional pivot
Apparently,
and grinding near
Intel's not
major
doing
gamma
good.
support at 128.00. While the Nasdaq is holding higher, Intel's negative institutional flow and sub-VWAP price show it's acting as a dead weight. So don't try to force a correlation trade when the structure is this weak.
You see what I mean? So you can ask, like, some people are like, oh, can he measure the hedging of QQQ with, yeah, just ask him. If you want to know what he could do, just ask him. Our site is symbol recognition, so you just gotta to make sure he knows you have access, right? Because the basic and all that. If you want to see a correlation, just go to the one symbol, ask for an update, go to the other symbol, ask for an update, and then ask for the correlation. Now he knows, hey, you got access to both on that. So, but you can do pretty much whatever you want. Some asked over here the options. The options is for VIP and mentor group guys. I mentor people. This is my mentor program. I haven't talked about it in a lot. I think one might be 2 spots left. Um, if you want mentoring, you just you can't sign up for it. You have to actually click it and look out for an email from me, and we'll get together and talk. Right. I don't want anybody paying anything for mentoring until we talk. I just like to get to know you. You get to know me. If you want to join options outside the mentor group, like if let's say y'all want to join like right now, it's extended to VIP. So VIP is a site wide access that you get. For the VIP is on sale for that one. That one's $400 a month, but it gets everything we have on the site, like all of our training we create. Everything is you don't pay for. You just unlock it. It's like site wide access. You get access to the Pro NEO Vision. You get access to all of our indicators. You get access to my pre-market mentor session. So a lot of people that are looking to get the Pro, they tend to go to the VIP because they just wanted to trade options, and the other reason is NEO Watchlist, which I don't have a lot of time to go into that, but watchlist is going to be summarized, like a grab, like a preference. I can say I want to trade crude, gold, ES, NASDAQ, all these things. Let me know when these get in great opportunities. And it's going to come back and go, crude's in a great buy opportunity. You might want to check it out. Watch list is going to be automation. Y'all see how good he was today. Watch list is going to be automation. It's not an if. We've already done it. To connect to it'll be probably through Trade of 8 and Tasty Trade for options first. And he'll be able to execute trades for you. It's not if, it's just when. It's just a big project, so we got to work on things. But if you're VIP, as when we come out with watch list, we'll probably remove a little of that coupon. It's going to go up probably, but if you are a VIP, the prices are locked in. See, future access to anything ever, as long as you never cancel. No matter what we build, you have access to it, and we build. I'll tell you. So, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. I got to run. I've been going late every day, and I try to respect I just try to respect the time. So but yeah, VR we actually do so VIP, just because I believe VIP should be treated as VIP. The VIP pass gets access to the mentor session. They just don't get access to the private chats, the one-on-ones, the beta testing things that we do, and like stuff like that. That's mentor. But yeah, for the options they could do VIP or mentor. So, but guys, he killed it again. I don't. I'm kind of out of time, so I'm gonna shut it down here. But just check out the site, nextstepago.com. If you want to get a hold of me, you got questions, you're just curious, DM me on TikTok. I do reach back to those that DM me. And you can make a support ticket. I tend to watch those pretty closely. If I answer the support ticket, you'll see a /Nick. Oh, one last thing. I don't know if Rick's on here. I sent a ticket. I didn't look to see if you responded. I love Apple. Don't get me wrong. They a pain in the ass. So we were unaware. It's web based. Neo works on phones, iPads, all that. There was an audio issue with Apple that we just weren't aware of. There was some update they did on it, and it could have been their update. It could have been how we modified a little the feed of the audio. But it was working and then not, and then working. And so somebody brought it to our attention. I was thinking it was an easy fix. It wasn't. And after a lot of research, we found out that the good news is you can get audio. It's annoying how you have to go about it, but it's an Apple privacy thing. They don't like people forcing audio on the phone. So if they feel like audio is being forced in pieces, which is kind of how TradeVision works, right? It comes in pieces. Then they block it, and then you're pretty much blocked and banned from audio from TradeVision. Now the courses, all those things are different, so that you had audio. And I don't think Paul's on it anymore, but man, we were chasing that last night for last few days really, and it was so frustrating to figure out why. But we found a workout around. Shout out to I think Paul's the one that figured it out, but Paul and Alex, because I got annoyed with it and got done with my stuff, and they're on the West Coast, so I was like, I'm going to bed. What we found is if you open up Chrome on an iPad or iPhone, it prompts you for the mic. It does not prompt you for the audio. The audio will work after a certain amount of times. While the audio is going, if you close it on the audio or you refresh it on the audio, it'll block it from the site forever, pretty much, until you clear it from settings. The workaround Paul found is when you go, even if they block it on Chrome, open Safari, right, Apple browser, and not you don't open the browser, you open settings, go to Safari, you go down to I think or it's, yeah, advanced. The web you go to web I forgot web data or something it says. And then you clear all that. Then what happens? It's like clearing your history basically. Now you open Safari, go to nextstepalgo.com, click TradeVision, and the moment you click TradeVision, you'll get a pop-up and it says this site is reported to send audio to your iDevice. Do you want to allow this? You say allow. If you say allow there, then it's going to say, do you want it to use your mic? You say allow. Once you do those two things, it all works forever. You'll have no more issues. None. Zero. It fixed on all of ours. It's so stupid. It's annoying. So, uh, yeah, if you want to upgrade, so if you want to upgrade, if you have the Pro, so if you go basic to Pro, it's automatic. It'll credit you all. It's all done automatic. But I think if you do different products, I don't know. You can make a support ticket, JB, because I want to make sure you would only pay the difference. You don't have to do it again. So just go into support ticket and just say, hey, want to do the automation, whatever. We can discuss that for sure. I can help you out with it. But yeah, that's the fix. It's annoying. I wish there was a way around it. There's no way around it. It's Apple being Apple, but at least we have a fix. So, we're gonna put something on our site that says, if you're using mobile devices, especially iDevices, open Safari first. That way you can allow the sound. It doesn't pop up on Chrome. I don't know why. Once you allow it, you're good forever. So we are good. So at least we found a workaround on that. But that was super, super annoying for such a simple problem. So, but yeah, guys, if you have a question, just ask. Please ask. I'm probably one of the most laid back. All I care about is y'all's success. I mean, but yeah. Anyways, that's what I got. Wanted to relay that for anybody. Yes, he's mobile friendly, all that stuff. So, but I gotta run. If you guys have any further